What's up, guys? Today on All Sports Central, we're going to be going over a final preview on the Miami Hurricanes. This is a team in 2017. They surprised a lot of people and did really well. But then in 2018, they also surprised me and also a lot of people by not doing as well as I thought they would. But how will they do in 2019 is what we're going over here today. Will they be able to bounce back again and get back to right where they were in 2017? They were 7-6 in 2018. The Manny Diaz era begins at Miami, so that's going to be huge. It'll be interesting to see how he does in his first year, whether he'll be able to turn it around or not, get them to possibly 8, 9, maybe 10 wins. It's tough to say right now, but I mean, this team's really taking quite a few hits going into this season. They're losing their quarterback, Malik Rozier. Perry should start a quarterback in 2019, but when you lose a quarterback, it's always tough to make it up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Tate Martell transfers in from Ohio State. That's going to be very helpful. They lose their running back, Travis Homer, been with the program. It's going to be tough to see how that running back core is going to do. But they do have DJ Dallas, so that'll be interesting to see how he does at least. I mean, he's got experience with Miami, so that's going to be very helpful. They return their top wide receiver in Thomas. That's going to be good as well for Perry if he does end up starting at quarterback. On the defensive side, though, you got KJ Osborne coming in from Buffalo. The recruiting class, or their recruiting has done pretty well over the last few years, as they always do. Miami's always done really well with recruiting. That's really helped the results over the years. Not much depth, though, at the linebacker position, so that's going to be a little bit of a concern there. Cager transferred away from the program this offseason, so they're not going to have him this year. But how high really could this team get? I mean, with all the losses, I mean, you got a couple of good additions as well. But the losses, I think, are going to be kind of excessive for this team going into 2019. It's going to be a tough say whether they're going to be able to get back to where they were, especially in the 2017 season. But I think definitely for Miami, you could expect a bowl game for sure. I would be stunned if they didn't make a bowl game. But I don't really expect much more than that. I think it'll probably be more of a similar season. You'll have a more similar record in 2019 as he did in 2018. But yeah, the quarterback situation, once again, kind of questionable. I mean, with Rozier leaving, I'm guessing Perry could take up the position, but you never know if a freshman comes in and takes over that position. Tough to say right now as well. I haven't really heard much from that quarterback situation quite yet. Looking at your schedule, you got that week 0 game against Florida. That is in a neutral location. Very interesting game there. I'm looking forward to that one for sure. I think you're going to take a loss there. I think Florida coming into next season, they're going to be great. They're going to be a tough team to beat. I think for Miami especially, I mean, they've got a shot, especially with it being in a neutral location, but I don't really see it happening right now. Then you got 4 easier games. You got North Carolina, Bethune-Cookman. You got Central Michigan and Virginia Tech. All 4 of those will be easier wins. Miami looking pretty good going into that Virginia game at home, but I think Virginia takes the win there. Virginia is going to be a team that is going to be pretty decent next season. They'll have a lot of potential for sure. I think they take the win there. Georgia Tech and Pitt the next couple of weeks. Those are going to be tough wins. I mean, even need 2 more wins there. Then you got to go to Florida State then the next week after that on the road. That's going to be lost there, I think. I mean, Florida State's going to be they'll be okay. I think they'll be right around Miami's level, but just with it being on the road, kind of in an early November situation, I don't see them getting the win there. 2 easier games then the next couple weeks. Well, the next 3 weeks because you got to buy in there. But you got Louisville and Florida International, both of those easy wins. They got Duke to finish off the season. That'll be a tougher win, but I think they'll get it done there. Really, I mean, I can see this team going 10-2, even though with all the losses and stuff, it is still possible. If you get that Virginia win. But the thing is, though, even if you get that Virginia win, I do expect them to take a loss somewhere else sometime in the season if that doesn't happen. So I'm saying 9-3. I think that is probably your best bet this season. I mean, it's going to be tough for them to be able to get much higher than that, especially with the losses. Once again, I mean, I say that a lot with many teams. If you're losing a lot of players, that can typically be an off year. Can be more of a down year because that means you got a lot of young players. It's going to be more of an inexperienced team unless you're getting a lot of transference, of course. But for Miami in that case, you're still losing quite a bit on offense. So it's going to be better than last season. So that's a benefit at least. I think the coaching difference or the coaching change could make a little bit of a difference in that. But yeah, once again, 9-3, nothing really too shabby there. So Let me know your guys' thoughts on Miami in the comments below. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, be sure to let me know. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions. I'll try to get back to most of you guys if you comment in the comments below. So stay tuned for more from All Sports Central.